friend is the most important part. And even if you're a counselor, can you play the role of a friend? If we feel acceptance, we can do anything. That's a very important question about what we do with the emotions we are experiencing. And it's very important for us to experience emotions, because one of the factors of depression is we can't experience emotions. The world is much flatter, much more colorless. So it's very, using our senses and experiencing our feelings is a very important part of emotional uh, intelligence and emotional well-being. How long do we stay in that feeling, in that emotion, is an important factor in how resilient we are when they're negative emotions, right? So what happens with feelings and emotions is, if we shut one part down, we don't want to feel the bad things, you know, we don't, what people call bad emotions like anger and jealousy and sadness and all of that. It also shuts down our ability to experience happiness, pleasure, beauty, connection with other human beings. Emotions don't discriminate between good and bad. They're just emotions. And so it's also emotionally intelligent to allow ourselves to feel all of the emotions that we are as human beings feeling. It's very important. But emotional resilience is the ability to direct one's mental energy in a positive direction,
Yeah.
right? We don't always have to be happy. We don't always have to be successful. Success is very interesting. If you listen to all the people who are successful and who tell the truth, they failed 99 times, they won once. That one win is good.
Yep.
That one win has built a life for them. But they also did things which didn't work. Now, when we are always looking only for success, I think one of the things which happens is we don't take the risk of failing at all. Especially if you're a high achiever, you have always topped in school, you've got into a good course in a good college. These are all people primed for higher stress than people who are
Ah,
backbenchers,
yeah. Yeah.
right? Because
Yep.
backbenchers experience all of life. They have friends, they go out and do fake stuff. They're happy people, because they are not saying you have to be always happy, you have to be always successful. They accept themselves as, hey, I'm not that smartest person in the room. There are 20 other people who are equally smart or smarter than me. And hey, that's cool, because all of us together will do a lot,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
So those are all very positive ways of being and thinking, and
Hmm.
creates emotional well-being. And it needs emotional intelligence to
Yeah.
come
Yeah.
back from the negative spiral and plug back into the positive emotions.
Hmm.
So it is not like we are always in the positive space. It is our ability to move from a negative space to a positive space, and
Positive space.
how fast have we trained ourselves to move out of that? How fast can you come out of failure? How easily will you go back to trying again? How long will you try?
Hmm.
When will you give
Hmm.
up? How long will you not give up? um, how do I know how to approach somebody I have treated badly? I've been very angry and unreasonable with somebody. How easy is it for me to go back and say, I was terrible, I'm feeling worse than you right now, because I allowed my self to
To
lose control,
control.
lose
Yeah.
it. You know, we just say lose it, right? Who says lose control? I just lost it, I'm so sorry. Something as simple as that. But that is a skill. That's a
Hmm.
skill, and it involves a cognitive shift and an emotional shift. Instead of feeling miserable and misunderstood and alienated and uh, all of those things, tired and unhappy, and it progresses. It's a downward spiral. It'll move to loneliness, then to depression, and
Hmm.
you're not able to reconnect. Now, how fast you come back, that is an indication of resilience. For some people it takes 2 minutes, some people it takes 2 hours, some people it take 2 days, some people it take 2 weeks. It's okay. It's all also dependent on our personality and the skill that we are building,
Individual.
and
Yeah.
it takes time to build these skills. Yeah.
So going back to counselors, like when do you think the intervention of a counselor is needed? Because that is a very important question.
Yeah.
We did a survey and we found out that most of the students or even working professionals, right, uh, don't actually know if they should reach out to a counselor. It's first of all, we all know it's a social taboo. There exists a social stigma, which is okay, which we cannot like clear it one day, right? That's perfectly fine. But also in cases where we know it's perfectly fine to go to a counselor, still there's a doubt in the mind which exists, which says whether is the problem big enough to go to a counselor, a psychotherapist, a coach, right? So when do you think an intervention of an professional, I should not say counselor, a professional, because a different kind of problems and different need help. Some need psychotherapists, some need psychological counselors, some need life coaches. So what exactly, like when, how to identify
Yeah.
that I need a professional help and not just some self-help remedy?
Hmm. You ask such easy questions always. Sorry. So then, you know, many ways people's discomfort and reluctance to reach out for help, it's very valid.
Hmm.
Okay. So where are we coming from when we don't reach out? We are
Hmm.
coming from our intelligence, which clearly tells us that our opportunities to succeed in life,
Hmm.
our opportunities to connect with the right people who will give us a job, or who are evaluating our performance in academics or at work, is tied up with also perceptions, right?
Hmm.
And we are very, very afraid of being judged. And
True.
that's a human feeling, actually, not even in the context of academics and work. We don't want to be judged. Who wants to be judged? We want to be
Hmm.
accepted. You
Hmm.
know, the most human thing is to feel accepted.
Hmm.
I think a lot of the reluctance and the taboo and the stigma will disappear when there is real acceptance on all fronts. Like whoever this person is going to come in touch with, if the person feels that they will be accepted for who they are, including what they are experiencing right now,
Hmm.
they will not hesitate to reach out, to ask for help.
Yeah.
But again, coming back to the word reality, yeah, how non-judgmental is this world? And that includes all of us, right? First, we judge ourselves. We judge ourselves as successes, we judge ourselves as failures, we judge ourselves as handsome, and we use very bad words for ourselves when we don't feel good looking, right?
Hmm.
I don't even want to even go there. Well, how
Yeah.
many of us look in the mirror in the morning and feel good? Many people don't look in the mirror, right? uh, Many people don't want photographs taken of them. Yeah.
True.
There is discomfort when you say somewhere, Usha, let's do a video, right? This
Yeah.
is a reality.
True.
There is
100%.
discomfort and uncertainty and a lack of confidence, all fair, all fair. uh, it's a natural human state, right, to feel that. But when we don't feel it is natural, and we feel, hey, it's just me and I'm not up to it, and I'm terrible, and I'm not as good as the other person, all these are judgments we ourselves pass.
That's all.
We don't even need our family or friends or relatives or teachers or the bosses. And this is an amazingly difficult place for human beings to negotiate, where you accept yourself, you're comfortable with yourself, and you know how to move forward. That is
Hmm.
really the height of emotional intelligence. It's something we work towards. And I don't know whether we reach it. When we reach it, different people get pushed at different levels and different times. So
Hmm.
if we feel acceptance, we can do anything. The complete human potential of every human being will be realized without effort. But because that kind of acceptance is not available to everybody, and some of us can work against it and come up anyways, and some of us find it more difficult and need more acceptance. And if you ask the psychology people, they'll tell you it goes back to your childhood. I don't want to go that,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
did
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
parents
Yeah.
accept you? Do you feel
Hmm.
so? But as adults, each of us has to process all of that the realities of our life till then, and then say, I now take care of myself.
Yes.
I am responsible for myself. A lot of us feel sad even with that statement. We feel, why should I be the one taking care of myself? There are so many people who should be loving me and taking
True.
care of me and understanding my thoughts and feelings. I don't even have to express it. They should look at me and they should know what I need and they should give it to me. Now, this is a space which is real again, and is working in all of us, but the world is not out there. Our parents did, right? They did everything they could, even before you asked for it.
Yeah.
More and more, especially the generation where I was a parent, and then I don't know how you all will parent, but we used to give things without being asked, so we got used to it. And when we go out into the real world, and the rest of the world is not waiting on us hand and foot and taking care of us, it's a skill set we have to develop for ourselves first, taking care of ourselves. And it is a very difficult space, and those are the years you're doing it, right? The first time you move out of home, you go to a hostel, you're
Yeah.
faced with this thing. You have to take responsibility for your emotions because everybody around you is feeling equally
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So to take care of yourself and of other people, build those relationships, build a network of support, it becomes a very critical part. And when you are able to do that, then you have support. When you're not able to do that, you feel alone, um, isolated, all of that other, the spiral
Right.
happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when do you approach help? When your taking care of yourself becomes more important than acceptance, when knowing that if you don't take care of yourself, all the other things are irrelevant anyway, because you have become dysfunctional in those spaces. You're not able to engage in relationships, you're not able to engage with your studies, you're not able to go to work, you're not able to work with your, be productive or connect with others, everything which makes a normal human life possible, when it is not possible. But if there is acceptance, we don't have to wait for the stage of dysfunction to approach counselors and mentors
True.
and coaches. If you can proactively use somebody as a sounding board to build your own skills
Why not?
and your confidence and your capabilities, that is a much happier place. Even counselors don't want to be approached only when things are not
Yes.
going well,
Yes.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So that's my kind of long answer,
But
but
you often say it's difficult question for you, but you make it so easy. Like we have been struggling with this question a lot. Like people do reach out to us right now, right? We've got few calls where we just called and said we are not feeling well. How to do that? We got that answer right from you just before this question. Then you said like when is the right time to, because it's for us it was a very difficult question, but you make it really easy. Though you say it's a tough question for you, you make it really easy for us to understand.
all of you who are watching this video, like it, support these people. They are doing some amazing work and it is so needed. It's so needed that I have told them they can call on me anytime. We hope that what we are putting up is useful for you, is relevant for you. Leave your comments below so that we know that we are being relevant and useful. And if you leave your questions there, we will surely try to address it in our next few videos. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon for the notifications. So anytime we put up the next video, you know it. Share it, share it. The world needs this. The world needs this conversation. We just need to make it easier for people to think about their own health, work on it, and help others just become more healthy mentally and psychologically. बुद्धिजीवी जो बोलते हैं आजकल, we have all become beings of the mind. Where is the physical labor? So we need mental health as much as we need physical health, and let's support this initiative with everything we have got.